very good afternoon or a very good evening wherever you are. This is the fourth discussion on bank English preparations or preparations for competitive exams or preparations for bank exams, and it is all about verbal ability, how to enhance your verbal ability. Now, what do you understand by verbal ability? Verbal ability is actually your understanding and your comprehending skills. So we know that comprehending or understanding both are similar words, but in your verbal reasoning or verbal ability part in your exam, in your bank exam or in any competitive exam that you are going to sit for, generally the verbal reasoning part aims at testing your understanding skills, how much you understand the English or the grammar or the phrases, inner meaning of a particular passage. Now, how will you tackle that on your exam day? First step, the very first step. I hope you can see the board. The very first step is avoid cheating. Don't try to grab answers from your neighbor and put them down. They generally lead to disasters because sometimes the answers are related, and it will spoil your confidence, and you will feel like going for shortcuts every time. You will not feel like trusting your ability, trusting your confidence. This is the first most important backdrop, or you can say disadvantage of trying to cheat. The next tip is try to understand the vocabulary of the passage, and that you can do by reading the passage, and reading the passage, how to read the passage, how to tackle it. I have discussed it just in the earlier session, that is bank discussion, bank preparations, and discussion number 3. I think this is discussion number 4. So that was discussion number 3. I had discussed upon how to crack a comprehension for your competitive exams, and try to understand the vocabulary of the passage. And the next thing which you can do, which will help you in cracking your verbal reasoning part better, is try to pick up the antonyms and the synonyms. Synonyms means words having similar meanings, and antonyms means words having opposite meanings. So I know it may appear a bit difficult to you, but trust me, it is going to help you a lot, because if you do these steps in the beginning, what will happen is that you will be able to gather a lot of words, and as a result you will feel confident that yes, I can do, or I have cracked the meaning of this passage, and I can do all the vocabulary part, I can do all the verbal reasoning part. You will get this kind of feeling right from the beginning, and that is very advantageous, very advantageous. Okay, let's move on to the next tips for verbal ability or verbal reasoning part. Now, for your pre-preparation, that is, these were the tips which I suggested for the day of the exam. But what should you do before the exam? Try to practice vocabulary, picking synonyms, antonyms, picking synonyms, antonyms. Can you understand my handwriting? I hope so. I'm trying to write it fast in order to save time. Practice vocabulary, picking synonyms, antonyms, going for or doing grammatical exercises every day. Doing grammatical exercises every day. Trying to spot errors. Picking up uncommon words. Going for some extensive reading practices. Etc. There are lots of topics. It depends upon the individual who is practicing. It's not that all the topics will be favorable for everybody, and I won't suggest that you have to do all of these in a single day. Just go for picking one topic every day and just go for practicing it and getting into the habit of practicing that. That helps a lot. And as far as the verbal ability part is concerned, it is a combination of the vocabulary, grammar and the reading comprehension part. You have to master all of them in order to crack the verbal reasoning part. And the most important thing regarding verbal ability, cracking the verbal ability part in your competitive exam paper is enriching your vocabulary to the highest extent as much as possible. So get into the habit of doing some vocabulary every day. I hope you liked and enjoyed this lesson, and if you have liked, please share your comments below the video. And if you have really enjoyed watching my session, please give it a thumbs up. Do not forget to share it with your friends, relations and your contacts, and whoever you think would be happy to share or receive sessions of this kind. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. It's free. You will get free notifications whenever I come live, and you will be able to join me in my journey. Bye bye for now. Take care of yourself and stay happy. Love you all.